Throw your hands in the air if you're real as me. Ooh.
Welcome back to the MBH Podcast. Money buys happiness. Miami buys happiness. Everything buys happiness. Guys, listen, a little bit of an emergency pod. You guys have been asking for this guy. Bro, blowing my DMs up, blowing his DMs up, blowing all.
I don't mind.
Bro,
really? I don't mind.
Bro, like
comments here.
It's you first and then Drake under.
Literally.
Like, that's literally our fucking audience has been dying for it. Guys, before I get into it, want to just fucking say thank you, showing us all the love, subscribing, liking, doing the fucking duties. I'm not going to say it again. Run up the fucking merch.
Yeah,
500 pieces of merch in the first week.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
When was that?
Dude, it's been about a week and a half since we've launched the merch. And just like, bro, it's just pumping, dude.
I like it.
It's just
That's
pumping.
fire.
Anyways,
Thanks,
Kyle, bro. Welcome to the fucking show, dude. It's I think it's been like 6 months in the making, something like that. I DM'd you.
Well, I saw
on a
you guys.
whim.
I saw you when you guys did 905 Shooter, and I was just
Yeah.
like, I loved like even your guys' production and shit. Like,
Thank
it's
you,
just
bro.
so clean. Like, and I feel like that's one thing that's really hard to find too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Super.
podcasts are just like, they don't have that. Like, did you
Yeah.
guys produce all that podcast yourself and shit? Or?
Man, from day one, we were like, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. Let's do it in a way where like it's gonna be memorable. You know what I mean? Like if we're trying to grow, we got to make sure like people look at this and are like, damn, okay, these guys are like legit. You know what I mean?
Quality,
Yeah.
you know.
So it's quality since day one. We produce all of it. It's all in-house, all our own editors, shooters, the whole situation, our studio. So
Yeah, no,
man.
I saw that. I saw the 905 one, and I know like for everyone watching, they're from Toronto. You guys are from Toronto
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
was like, I like the 905 interview, and you guys just have such like a good energy. I
Thanks,
find.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you
Appreciate
guys
that,
got
bro.
good energy.
We
good
try and keep it chill,
questions.
you know?
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
trying to keep it chill, relax, like a little
And
bit
I like
of
the
relaxed
business shit.
convo.
I enjoyed the 901.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
Right
just
on.
reached out to you.
No,
Nino loves coming on the pod.
Oh, man.
Nino's your number one fan, eh?
guy
Bro,
loves
He
like,
comments every pod.
Dude,
Every pod.
the guy posts more
He's
about
laughing
the
right now from his house right now. 100%. Nino's
100%.
laughing in his bedroom
No,
right now.
before we actually get into it, shout out Nino, man, for
Yeah, shout out
supporting
Nino.
us and putting us on the map in terms of making the connection with you. So, whew, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
dude.
Yeah, no, man, we're happy to have you here. I know
we might have a different conversation than you usually have. We're gonna talk about business a lot.
Yeah, that's
And
dope.
that's what we want to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
wanna-
a lot of people have questions.
Yeah.
We've seen the questions.
we know the questions. They're in our DMs, but I think we want to start with kind of just bringing it back to like the early days, how the fuck you got here. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever really given like a real like background on like the fucking grind. Obviously people can see your shit from 5, 6, 8, 10 years ago, but maybe just like a little summary of like the inception of Nelk and how the fuck you went from A to B to Z.
I've honestly just always been making videos.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
from like as long as I can remember, like maybe even like 4th grade, 6th grade. Just
Wow.
like fucking around with the camera.
Okay.
Like we'd make videos on Facebook with just my friends. Did you guys ever do that? I would make like little skits on Facebook. If
Yeah,
people
yeah.
found them, I'd probably be fucking canceled for sure. Like they're bad.
We're gonna
Like,
delete them. Games,
'cause the
delete them,
humor
bro.
back then was like
It's different. It was
Yeah, it
different,
was
bro. You could
different.
say some shit.
yeah, it was bad. But we did that like Facebook shit, just skits for our friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And then getting on YouTube, just fucking around a little bit, you know, just doing funny shit. And yeah, I wanted to be like a director. So when I was in high school, I took like a video class.
Okay.
And I started making like short films and shit. So like not all of it was comedy. It was like serious shit. Some shit was funny.
Okay.
It was just like everything. And I got really good at it, like the shooting and the editing, even acting in them too, writing the scripts. And we would like win every year in our school. Like there was like film contests and shit where like everyone would like submit shit and we would win every year.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So I just got really good at that. And I wanted to be like a director.
Okay.
So then I applied to Humber
Okay.
the first year. I wanted to go to Ryerson University because they
Classic.
had
Yeah.
they had the film program that was also a degree.
Okay.
So I was like, if film doesn't work out, you know, my parents wanted me to get a degree too.
There you go.
So I didn't get into Ryerson the first year. So I went to Humber, and it was just fucking brutal. Like Humber Lakeshore sucks.
Trash, dude.
Humber
Trash.
Lakeshore is brutal. Like the birds are
The
terrible.
birds, yeah, I
like
was
and the
gonna
film
say.
program sucks too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the teachers are just, you know.
Dude, they
Yeah.
probably fucking work in the gas station.
Because that's the thing. It's like, how
Yeah.
do you learn film from a teacher that kind of didn't make it?
That didn't
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I respect them, but it's also like, yo, you kind of didn't figure it
yeah.
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I trusting
Yeah.
you?
So I
Okay,
dropped
yeah,
out of that honestly in like 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
And I took a year off and I just worked and shit, kept doing YouTube.
Mhm.
And then I got into Ryerson the next year. So I was like pumped about that.
Better birds.
Decently better birds.
Decently, yeah,
Ryerson's
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, I don't know.
There's a lot
little bit
going
better.
on.
Toronto
There's a lot
unis
going
are like
on.
whatever.
Yeah, they're kind of
not the best birds still at Ryerson, but definitely better than Humber Lake. Shit. But it was the same shit. Like they would ask people like, "What's your favorite film?" And like everyone was saying like random ass like Japanese art films, and I just like I couldn't relate. I was like, "Yo, like how are you guys gonna make money off this? Like how like I just didn't get it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, how are you guys gonna make a career out of this?" So I ended up dropping out of that too, and that was right at the time when our YouTube started to like it was like taking off a little bit, you know.
Okay.
And I was just doing pranks, skits, whatever, you know. So that's when I told my parents, I'm like, yo, and we were making money off YouTube too.
Okay.
So we started to make a little bit of money, enough to like, you know, I think it was like $2K a month or something,
shit,
which was
alright.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time too,
yeah. Off
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
fuck.
that was my dream back then. Was like they had the YouTube Partner Program. It was
Yes,
called,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was right when I found out about that. I was like, you can make money off YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was watching all those OG YouTubers like Niga Higa,
Yeah.
Kasim
Smosh.
G, Smosh,
Yeah, yeah.
like people like that.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't believe you can make money off YouTube. Like this is the dream.
Yeah.
You know? So then I dropped out and I told my parents, I'm like, trust me, like this is the move. If I ever want to be a director or do whatever I want, I got to build my own platform and then I could do whatever I want, you know?
Right on. Yeah, yeah.
So that was the first time we dropped out. And then Jesse and I met Jesse then too,
Okay.
shortly after that. And that's when we all just went to LA for the first time. That was when I was 19.
I was gonna say how old? 19. So you guys just like, all right, fuck it, we're going to LA.
19, yeah. I was working at a golf course too.
Okay.
So I just saved up all year and we just went
That's
to LA.
crazy. Okay, and then you get to LA. Like, you have plans there, or you're just like, fuck it, we're gonna go here and just start filming. Like,
No, we just knew that all the YouTubers were there.
fair. Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like LA, like you guys know, obviously
Yeah.
Toronto's cool, but there's no opportunity there
Yeah.
to a certain point. You know, if you gotta go to America.
Yeah, you hit a cap there.
You hit a cap.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just saw your page growing at that point, and that's just what kept you going. You were just
Yeah,
like,
I was
"Fuck
just
it."
like, I just believed in it. I believed in the whole YouTube thing, and it was taking off slowly. So I was just like, this is it. Like, this is the way to do it, you know?
So at what point did you like make a business out of it, like an actual business, like a corporate kind of?
We were just
No?
staying afloat at
Okay.
that time. So I guess, you know, we rented like an apartment and we were relying on the monetization money. Because back then, honestly, we made more than we have made the last 2-3 years.
Really?
Back then, they'd actually pay you.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Fuck.
we made like 15K one month when we were like small.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the month of December. Because
You
that's
guys are
the
probably
biggest.
tripping. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, it was dope.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
but now, you know, so you could actually make money back then. So we were keeping ourselves afloat, but we were pretty broke.
yeah.
You know, like,
like dollar to
we
dollar.
weren't even able to eat out, honestly. Like we'd go
Damn.
film, we'd take like 2 buses to Venice Beach to film. It would take like 2 hours. Like
That's
if we
crazy.
Ubered, it would be like, this is like hurting right now. Like we couldn't even Uber.
Fuck.
It was
And-
crazy.
Okay, and at this time, at that point, right? Who's a part of the team? Like, how big is the team?
The
What's
first
the
time I went
situation?
was Jesse and then the 2 twins,
okay.
Nick and Mark.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then so for that 4-year, 5-year period, so I think we only officially moved out here like 2 years ago. Is
Okay.
when I got my visa.
yeah.
But for that 4 or 5 year period, I'd do 4 months in LA, back home to Canada.
Yeah. 4
LA,
months. Yeah.
Canada.
Back and
You know,
forth because
so
of visa.
we would just go back and forth because the visa and just to save money too.
yeah, fuck. It's
Like go
LA's
back, live with your
expensive,
parents.
bro. Yeah.
You don't got to pay rent. Keep grinding there.
Yeah.
Go back. So that was like the cycle.
And you and Jesse were just partners at that point? Like it was
Yeah.
just you two or the twins as well?
And then Lucas came like the
Okay.
next trip.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people
In
kind
and
of
out.
in and out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I started the channel in 2010.
Okay.
So that's when I started uploading shit. Was 2010, which was I guess
Jeez.
what's that? 11 years ago.
Yeah. 12
What
years.
were you doing to kind of keep creating? Like, what was the strategy behind that? What was going on in your head? Were you looking at inspiration at other places?
That,
Like-
well, when we were starting out was when pranks were really big. Right?
Yeah, that was the
That was
thing.
when pranks were huge. They
Yeah.
get like 120 mil off YouTube. Like that was when
Holy
Vitaly was big and
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, kind of watching them, and we were following that typical prank format
Mm.
for a bit. But then I feel like when we really took off was when we just started doing what we thought was funny.
Yeah.
Because you'd see the pranks. It'd be like intro. The typical format was like intro, prank, outro. And like, what's up, guys? Like, just kind of cringy shit, you know?
yeah.
But when we really took off was when we just started using our own humor. Like drinking, like using the Canadian shit.
People love that,
just partying and just like,
Not trying
obviously,
too hard,
when we started the whole like, I don't know, no one really like drank on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, like when we would shotgun in LA, like people would think we're like fucking like
what the fuck these guys doing?
I'm like, bro, I'm just shotgunning a beer. Like, you know, like, it's not that big a deal. I don't know. But in LA, it was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
You know?
So that lasted about what, 4 or 5 years you're doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then what happens after that? What happens, let's say?
A big moment was when I remember we were actually with 902 on a Boston trip. We did like a like Boston, Jersey road trip. We were staying at fans' houses too at those times, right?
Yeah, I've seen
so we would drive across and we just would we'd put on Snapchat and we'd be like, yo, does anyone want to let us stay at their house? And then I would just like go through the messages, like kind of feel them out, and then I'd FaceTime them, feel them out, and then we would just stay at fans' houses all the way to LA.
Fucking dude.
That's insane.
I've driven to LA like I think 3 or 4 times.
It's like a
from
2-3 day drive, no?
Yeah.
Damn.
What a grind, dude.
But yeah, then I think one time we were on a road trip. That's when Banks called us, or he tweeted us, and this is like prime, like I don't know if you remember, but Clout House, like they were popping.
Yeah.
Banks, Alyssa Violet, Rice Gum, and they were like beefing with Jake Paul. Yeah. Like they were
perfect
huge.
time. Yeah.
So Banks like tweeted us, and he's like, he would like start to shout us out in his videos.
Okay.
Like, have you guys seen these Nelk Boys? And we're like, what the fuck, like, you know. And then he tweeted us. He's like, you guys ready to move in? And we're like, holy shit. So we called him, and then he said, come fly out, like stay at the crib. So we went there for a week. Okay. And it was like, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
man.
that was
pulling up to that fucking mansion.
That's
like that
crazy.
house was fucking nuts. So Summer Rae, Alyssa Violet, Banks. Nina was trying to wheel Summer, of course.
Best of luck.
Come on, bro. Come on, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was crazy staying in that house for a week. And then I think we went back home, and then I don't know exactly what happened after that, but eventually we moved in there for a few months.
Was that like a huge moment for you, or like going back home after and being like, yo, I just went through that, like I just experienced
dude, pulling up to that house the first time is like crazy.
Yeah, it's a couple of just like Canadian boys.
That house is insane. It's like, you know, it's surreal. Yeah.
So you get back home now, and what's the plan now? You're
I think we moved out there. I think we just moved out. I mean, we knew we wanted to be in LA. It was just a matter of the visa shit. You can only stay in the country for 6 months.
Of course.
So that was always the challenge. But then we got free rent. Banks let us stay there for free.
Right on.
So there we go. We're saving money. And then we just did it. And I think it was, then Osgod joined too. So he stayed with us. Yeah. And like there was like a bunk bedroom with like 4 people. Okay. Manager Drew was there.
Jeez. All the boys in some fucking bunk beds, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously at this point, like, you're in with those people. The channel's popping. Numbers are running up. I want to push a little forward now and talk about, I guess, the inception. I feel like the last 6 months to 8 months, you guys have it's become like corporate now. You know what I'm saying? And from the outside looking in, I look and I say, okay, like what looks different from where they were to where they are now? I see 2 things in my eyes, and you correct me if I'm wrong. I see, John comes in, and like things start to look a little more corporate, and then I kind of see Jesse sort of slide out. So maybe give us a little bit of insight, because I think a lot of people want to understand, like who even is John and what he does for the business, and then on the other side of that, Jesse, like what kind of happened with that. So start whichever way you want.
I wouldn't correlate the timing of John and Sam in with like Jesse kind of stepping out. Okay. Like I think he was kind of getting out of the videos a lot before that. Okay. He's sober.
Yeah. Saw that. Yeah.
So I totally respect his decision for that, obviously. But with the whole Jesse thing, it's like I see the comments. I know people want to know, but I think it's been so long and we haven't addressed it. Like I feel like the best way to address it for me, I just don't want to speak on it without him like present.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's kind of something that I think he should address as well. 100%. So I don't think it's fair if I just speak on it without him. Yeah, yeah. I think the best way for us to do it would be to just do like a podcast together. Right. And people want that. Of course. And I'm down. You've been asking for it. I think we'll do it. Yeah. That's the best. It's just a matter of just doing it. Yeah. But I think that's kind of my answer on the Jesse shit for now. Is because I don't want to. I just don't feel like it's right. I don't want to turn it into some he said, she said dumb bullshit.
No,
like,
I rate it.
It's really not.
I mean, even just outside of that, because I look and I say, okay, like I still see like his stuff is under full send, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's where people get confused, right?
100%.
But I mean, hey, 100% respect that.
I think when we
like,
do the podcast, it'll be great.
Yeah.
A
But, lot of people.
But John and Sam, how do we meet them? Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that to take full send to the next level, like we need to bring people in to run the business, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be doing all the day-to-day shit of like managing employees and all that type of shit, you know? So I've been looking for someone to come in and like run the business side of shit.
Okay.
And you know, we would meet with a few different people. We almost got ourselves into trouble, probably like almost closing deals with like people that would have fucking took this down. Bro.
Really?
Yeah, like we've almost given away percentages to like holy fuck losers. Now that I think about it, bro. Like it's
That's
pretty
crazy.
scary. Yeah,
How'd you almost get there though? Like you were just like you didn't know who the person was?
No, it's just like I mean, you just hear promises and stuff like that, and then you find out they're snakes, right? Like we're in LA too, and like I mean now people see we're so successful, but it wasn't like that all the time, right? Like a lot of people wanted to work with us.
Yeah.
You know, give me 50%. Like I'll do this, but I never rushed into anything because. But yeah, the thing with John and Sam is the way I met them was I think John DM'd me, so we just kind of followed each other, and then I was out to dinner at Catch, and he was with Bieber.
There you go.
And then apparently he said that like Hailey Bieber like tapped Justin, and she's like, isn't that those guys you're obsessed with?
That's amazing.
And then,
Unreal.
And then Justin was like to John, like, you know them and shit? Like, that's like Nelk Boys and shit. And then John's like, yeah, like, I know them. And then Justin's like, let's go say what up to them.
Crazy.
So they came over to our table.
Okay.
And we were like, Dad, that was the first time we met Bieber.
Oh fuck. Okay. With John. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like, this guy's legit.
Yeah.
I knew his background and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's how we met. And then we went out to dinner with John and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just kind of, just having a dinner and stuff like that. And then they were just telling me about everything that they did. I told them everything I want to do with Full Send, all the different ventures I want to do.
Yeah.
And we had like a few dinners after that. And then they kind of just said like, yo, is there one thing that you want us to help with? And I was like, honestly, I want to start our own fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
And I've heard it from everybody. Like we've heard like, yo, we'll get you a Corona deal. Like we'll get you this. We'll make your own beer. Like people have come in and said like, take 25% of my drink.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I told them, I was like, I've heard so many empty promises. I was like, if you guys want to start with one thing, let's start with our own alcohol. And they're like, fuck it, let's do it. So they started project managing that.
Okay.
They found like they brought in these guys, the Bootows, absolute beauties. Two brothers, they'd done like a lot of work in the alcohol space.
Cool.
So they kind of started us off with like a flavor
Yeah.
or like a substance that we could like start to work with.
Okay.
And then from there, like over like 8 different taste tests in like 10 months, we just kept altering the drink.
Changing things, fixing
Add
it.
this,
Yeah.
add this, less carbonation, more sugar, switch this flavor, scrap this flavor.
Yeah.
And then Happy Dad, we came up with the name. It was honestly one of our assistants.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
We were just
where'd you
having
guys
like a
get it?
contest. We said, yo, 5K to the winner that can,
That's amazing.
that could think of the name.
That's amazing.
And we were just we were all just sitting around and we just went through all the names and Happy Dad was on there. And we're like, Happy Dad. Because we don't want to call it Full Send Seltzer.
Yeah.
Because we want this to outlive us. Right?
Fair.
Everyone's
Yeah,
like, why didn't you call it Full Send Seltzer? But we're like, we didn't want, we wanted to build a brand separate from us that in 5 years, like, people might not even know that I own it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how big we're trying to make it, right?
Damn. And yeah, and you can exit, keep it, whatever. It kind of opens up the doors, right?
But that's, so then we launched Happy Dad with them.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to bring them on to run everything. Because like our whole thing is we still don't get paid off YouTube. And that's not what we're after. And we're not after ad money.
Yeah.
We're like trying to build like an empire, So when I met John and Sam, they were the first people that I think they're the perfect hybrids of like business guys, but also some business guys don't get social media at all.
Yeah.
So they have that social media background.
Yeah.
So they're the perfect hybrid of business and social media sense.
Interesting.
So I just see eye to eye with them on like everything.
Yeah.
They see your
Just
vision.
the way to go about shit. And like what their job is we're going to do a lot of ventures. Like this is our very first one.
Yeah.
But their job for Full Send is to help us partner with the perfect person in each space.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Cool.
So Happy Dad, they brought in the boot house.
Yeah.
To do it properly. Like we don't want to do any cheesy, corny shit. Nothing. We want nothing to be a gimmick,
Yeah.
So our next one's going to be Full Send supplements.
Yeah, I've been seeing you guys posting them.
Yeah, so we partnered with a company that makes like the cleanest, best like supplements. Like it's not like a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be USADA approved.
Cool. Okay.
So all athletes, all college athletes can take it. Like if any doctor looks into it, like they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is fucking fire."
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So that's their job, is to bring us into the right partners in each venture that we do, and
Yeah. So even like a little bit of a networking / just like.
And they're
making
connected
sure.
as fuck. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they've
so I see
connected us
that.
with a lot of people, right?
Damn.
So they're just that's why they're perfect, just because they're
So-
smart,
so you
connected,
brought them on,
very
though.
hardworking.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, we see it, right?
Like Sam Shahidi's a fucking, like, I don't know if Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy. Yeah,
He's the CEO of Happy Dad. So he does
Right
all
on.
the operational shit for Happy Dad.
Yeah, which I
Like,
can
you know,
imagine is
like how much cans do we have to send to fucking Texas? Like all that type of stuff.
okay.
And that guy's a fucking robot. Like he's a machine.
Damn.
Like he just doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how he does it. Like
Yeah.
even when he parties, he's up at like, he'll fucking call me at 7 a.m. Like after we were out till like 3, and I'm like, bro, like,
You good? Yeah.
So with them coming on now, I guess you get to just do what you do best, right? Create content, focus on building the brand, focus on bringing attention.
Yeah, like I'm involved a lot with the business shit.
Okay.
But it's just helping to manage. You know, we have 35 employees,
Yeah, I was about to ask you how many people involved in the team.
30 something.
Damn.
So we have a lot of employees to manage. There's a lot of, we got Steve, we got Salim. So just helping me manage, the talent and like, making sure everyone's happy, making sure everything's smooth.
Is there anything that you like, obviously bringing these partners on and whatnot, is there anything that you're like, listen, no matter how big we get, like I always need to be doing
Oh,
this?
no. I'm always like, I'm not hands off. Like I'm not like, they don't even want to be making the decisions. Like they can't do something without me like approving it.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
I'm like the creative behind everything.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So you're kind of in a position where you're like, all right, from a creative standpoint, like I will never let go of this. Like I always need to be involved in
Oh
the
yeah,
creative.
hell no, yeah.
But that's what they want, though. They want you to do that.
Yeah. Like they'll say, like they're like, yo, like, like sometimes we'll get people to like post shit for us on like the other pages,
Yeah.
and like they're like, they don't know how to post because they don't make the right captions. Like I'm like, yo, don't caption it like that, and they're like, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you guys built the brand. You know the voice,
Exactly,
right?
yeah,
You know the
exactly.
voice, and I guess for them.
So that's why they're
fuck
good
it.
too, is because they sit back and they know when to be like that's my job.
Interesting. And I don't know how much you can talk about if you can, but like, what if you can speak on the percentages, how much you've given them of the business, like how much, I mean, and the reason I ask is because I look at it from, percentages are just percentages, but I see it more as like a trust thing. You know what I mean? So like how much, let's call it trust, have you given these guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they definitely are like full on partners with Happy Dad and Full Send. I mean, you want someone to have equity because
of course.
you want them to be in it for the long term. You know, if you're just paying them a salary, they're only going to care so much.
Yeah, they got to have skin in the game.
So all key people need, but with Happy Dad, the amount that we own of it, like me and like, and let's say Steve and Nelk and even Jesse, is like way more than like we fucking own it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right on.
Yeah, like let's say like Travis Scott or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I heard he had like only like 7% of it.
Come
when he
on,
did
of
it.
his
Yeah, it's
fucking
just like
cactus drink.
some
or
people
whatever?
do it like that. Like it's
Yeah.
just like a licensing deal. Like they'll come
True.
and like, dude, he probably tested it like once or twice.
Had a couple
like,
sips. He's like,
Takes a
yeah, all
couple
right.
pics.
Looks at
and
the
he's out.
logos and that's it. And that's why I was like
Yeah.
a flop, right?
Yeah. Facts.
I want
It's
to
true.
like, because you
Like
guys
a
have such a
complete
big team.
flop.
How do you guys make decisions? Like how does it happen? Because I know Steve's in it, Salim's in it. So how do you guys come to a decision?
Like in what sense?
I mean, let's talk about maybe a video, a podcast, a skit, something like that. How are you guys making decisions?
Brainstorming,
Yeah.
honestly, probably the same.
Is there
way
a
you guys
hierarchy
do.
or something?
No, I mean, not really. Like, I'm pretty open to suggestions
Okay,
too. Like, I like to hear, like, certain people I'll trust a lot. You know, like, I like to run shit by, like, a lot of people. Even Gambles is some guy that I'm always just like, yo, do you like this? You find this funny? Like, Same with Salim. Like, you
Yeah.
know, we have a good group around us that we're all kind of, we
Yeah.
listen to each other, which is important, you know?
I actually said this to Gambles after the pod. Guy kills me. He's like, "Hey, bro, can you come pick me up?"
Oh my God.
We
yeah.
picked him up and drove him home. Gotta love him.
He can't drive.
Gotta love Jimmy. But I said to him after the pod, I said, you know what? Like, I think a reason why you guys are just fucking growing, and I feel like there's nothing that can stop you guys, is because you I mean, you know, you see it in the videos, like the chemistry, like you guys feel like it's like a real like it's a real brotherhood, you know? It's not just like a couple guys, couple influencers just fuck with each other, like, yeah, bro, like make the video and then like go your own separate ways. So it looks like you guys are like legitimately a family. You know what I mean? Like, do you test a lot of that to the success that you guys have?
No, there's a lot of loyalty, and you know, everyone fights, and there's always arguments and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But we just sit down and just talk it out.
Yeah,
That's what it comes
Straight
down
up.
to, right? Yeah.
that's fucking sick. No, I love it, man. You see it, and I think that's why that's even that like authentic factor you guys bring to the table, which like you obviously see it. The audience loves you. If you read the comments, like the comments, the people feel like they're sitting in the room with you guys, right? And that's not even from a podcast perspective. That's even like just the videos you make, right?
It's crazy.
You guys do a great job
It
of
is-
that.
It is crazy. It's very surreal right now, though. You're right. The last 6 months has been like,
Bro,
it's fucking
man,
nuts, dude.
I've been watching you guys for probably 8-9 years, but the growth in the last 6 months it's been astronomical. I mean, from the outside looking in, right? You know what I mean? Like, I see it and I'm like, damn, you guys are crazy. But I want to get into a little bit of like you bringing Salim in, you finding Steve. Like, dude, you're like the NBA should fucking sign you because you're a fucking talent scouter for real, bro. Like, I don't know how the fuck you find these people. But talk a little bit about, I guess, you know, bringing on Steve, bringing on Salim, why you did, how you found them, kind of that whole situation.
Steve was, I mean, it's important, right? When we're building the brand Full Send, like, I think my whole goal with this is like, don't get me wrong, I like doing prank videos and all that and stuff, but I've been doing this since 2010, bro. Like, it's been a long time. So I'm 27, you know. I want to make sure that we're building something that's bigger than me, bigger than Steve, bigger than all of us, you know. I want to build Full Send to where it's like, just like a huge hub of like talent of anything that I think is cool. I want it to be under Full Send, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I reached out to you guys, because I was like, I like your guys' shit. Like,
Right
why can't we blow you guys up and have a podcast under Full Send, right?
Let us know. Let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
But so that's important. That's something I'm always looking for is talent.
Yeah.
But I am very picky with it too, because like
For sure.
whoever we bring on is a reflection of us,
Of course.
right? So people are gonna be like, why the fuck did you bring on that guy?
Yeah.
So Steve, the story with him, I think my boy Matt, who ran the Full Send IG,
Okay.
I think he sent me, or Lucas, or both of them, they sent me like a video of Steve, and he was chugging Jack Daniels on his driveway, like a full.
Disgusting.
I think
bro.
it was like a 2.6.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I
Crazy.
saw that, and he's just on his driveway, and he just pounds the whole 2.6, and I was like, I've never seen that in my fucking life. Like,
he's crazy,
what the
dude.
fuck? So I'm like looking at all his videos, and he's like chugging, but the liquor slams were one that I was like, I don't like. This is not computing in my
Yeah, I
fucking
can't
head.
comprehend this.
So that's the thing with me. It's like, it's not that hard to find talent. Like, if I like someone, I feel like everyone else is gonna like them. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So I saw Steve, so I reached out to him, and I think I just posted him. Yeah, I posted him, and then I think he says I got him to 1,000 followers, and then we just kept staying in touch. And then we would have our Rona season shirts.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I was like, yo, would you be down to do a video in like the Rona season shirt? And he said, yeah, sure. So I paid him some money. I like shipped him a shirt to wear the Rona season shirt.
Yeah.
And then he like drank like 10 Coronas in the shirt.
Crazy, dude.
Crazy.
You guys
I seen him
insane.
do some
So-
fucked up shit, that guy, man.
Yeah. And then I met him. We were in Orlando filming one time,
Okay.
and that's where Steve lives, Oviedo.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hit him up. I was like, yo, like, you want to chill? Like, I'll come meet you and shit. So me and Nino went there, and like, this guy was just living in like a shitty 2-3 bedroom apartment. Like, he had like an adopted pit bull
crazy.
with like 3 roommates.
Jesus
They were just like
Christ.
fucking gaming, like smoking weed and shit.
Holy
Like, it was like,
fuck.
we filmed it too. I want to try to find the footage somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was a different Steve. Like, it
Damn.
was crazy. And we went out to his local bar, the Knights Library,
Holy
and like
fuck.
Steve just got trashed.
That's crazy.
Like, and he's so funny too. Like, he goes, like, he's wearing like a regular shirt, and then he goes to his room and changes and comes back in like this tight, like, Batman shirt.
Yeah.
Like, just throws on like a Batman shirt. We go to the bar, and then he like blacks the fuck out. Like,
Why not?
so funny. And then the next day he texts me, he's like, yo, sorry, bro. Like, I blacked out. Like, I just woke up in my Batman shirt. Like, I don't even remember what happened. Like, he's like, there's like 6 shotgun cans in my sink. Like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, dude, that was you. That's Frank. I was like,
Jesus
but yeah, that was my
Christ.
first time meeting him. And he was like so funny. So then when I met him, I was like, okay, this guy's just like funny. Like, this guy's fucking hilarious. Like, he's a complete character.
Yeah.
You know, just everything he does besides the drinking, like, he's also just like very funny.
Yeah. Or you see it. You see it in the vids.
So we just kept in touch, and like we kept paying him to do shit. And he was down. He's like, hell yeah. Like, he was happy to get paid to like wear full send, rep full send.
Sick.
And then I think we went back to Florida, and then we did like some videos like smoking and lectures.
Yeah.
And like he chugged out of a frat guy's like amputated leg.
The leg. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually he just moved to the Cloud House with us.
Right on. Okay.
And we just,
Because
now
dude,
Steve
like,
will do it.
man,
He's
like,
a fucking
Like,
animal.
he's fucking huge.
Massive,
dude,
massive.
I mean, like, yeah, that's why I'm so impressed. And like, don't get me wrong, you see he puts the work in, you see what goes on, but bro,
He's a
for
very
you-
hard worker though.
dude. But
So like one thing with
100%.
Steve is like he's like honestly probably just as hard as worker as me maybe like
yeah,
like he's like guys doesn't make excuses, you know.
yeah, you
Like,
see
he's
it.
very hard worker,
But dude,
and he is very smart too.
you found that. Like, you see
Yeah.
what I'm trying to
No,
say?
it's
Like,
wild.
man, there's 300 million people here, bro, in this fucking country. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for you to find him at that level and see where he is today, like,
It's pretty crazy what
are
we
you-
did.
are
He
you-
started his channel.
yeah,
He was just doing Instagram, right?
yeah,
So I would help him run his Instagram, and then when we started his YouTube, like we came up with the whole strategy. We said you're gonna do 2 videos a week.
okay,
We chose the days, we repped it, like we promoted it, and then I would help him with his titles and thumbnails every week, and like
yeah, just
you
get
know,
him going.
got him going, and we got
Yeah.
him to 1 million subs in like 29 days.
You guys used to say the fastest guy to 1 million
Fastest growing
subs. Yeah,
YouTuber, yeah, right.
crazy.
How
A
does it
million in a month. That's like almost
That's-
unheard
yeah,
of, bro.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
YouTube is very hard to grow.
Bro, we're at like
Especially
100
now.
episodes begging to get 2,000 all year. I understand that, believe me.
How does it feel to like bring so many people up? Like,
I love it.
You've been doing
Yeah.
it
I
for
love
like
it.
10
'Cause,
years
dude, when
now.
I see talented people, like it brings me joy to like.
yeah.
It gets me excited because I'm like, yo, like you guys could be big. Like, you
Yeah.
know that? Like,
Mhm.
so like when I see it, I like doing it. You know, it benefits us too to bring someone on.
course.
But I'm
Sure.
just like, I'm like, yo, you could be big. Like, I
Yeah.
love seeing them grow.
That must be like,
It's really dope.
Super
yeah,
fulfilling, like,
yeah,
to be honest.
that's
Like
what
to
I'm
see
saying.
that happen, to watch it, fuck, man, unreal.
It's fun. It's fun, like finding people, and like, yeah, I saw some other guy on TikTok the other day too, and I reached out to him. I called him, and like they're doing pretty good too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, like, are you doing anything? Like, they're like, nah. Like, he's like, I'm working this like garbage job right now. I'm like,
Fuck.
Damn.
dude, like, you know,
Yeah.
I think some people just don't want to go for it, or they don't realize what they have.
But then they see a message from you and they're like, all right,
Yeah.
All right, I'm
maybe
going
it's time
for
to go. Yeah.
They just
maybe it's
need a
time to
little
go.
guidance, and they need to know how to like. It is tough to make money at the beginning.
Mhm. No, for sure.
But I think hearing it from you too, like you can do something super inspiring to them. Are you
Yeah.
still to this day looking for talent?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
always looking?
I mean, that's one of our goals this year is like to really build out a whole network and talent.
For sure. Well, I mean, the way, like, I would imagine, like, yeah, you guys pretty much bring these guys on whichever way.
And not even Nelk too, like, you know, like I think we're gonna be starting a channel like Full Send Fitness
Yeah.
So,
to push our supplements, and
Yeah.
we'll have our Full Send Fitness channel. Maybe Steve will do one video on there a week,
Cool.
but we'll also bring on 3 to 4 people
Yeah.
to upload every week, and we'll have 4 different videos on that Full Send Fitness channel, just pumping every week. Same with like golf. We
Yeah.
could sign a girl golfer, maybe a guy that does tips, and maybe some other guy,
Yeah.
and they'll do like a video every week on the golf channel. And those are all just
Yeah.
pushing
pumping.
Happy Dad, pushing.
Well, that's what I was gonna
supplements,
say. Like, you bring these guys on, you blow them up, but essentially, like, yeah, they're still selling your product, right? Such a smart, like, instead of being like, I only want all the fame. Like, yeah, let me like lift these guys up too, and they're just gonna push the fucking
So
product.
that's the difference with us. Other people will sign, like, I think Barstool or something like that. Like, they'll sign people and they'll like be after their ad money. You know, like we're not. We
completely different
We're
model.
not after ad money. We bring people only on that are going to grow our brands.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn, that's fucking.
Like we're not gonna sign
smart,
like a
dude.
makeup girl and get like
Yeah.
10% of her fucking lipstick deal. We
see
don't
what-
care about that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking smart. Yeah, I don't think anyone does that. I don't think
No,
anyone
we're
has
like the
done it.
manager and the brand. So it's like interesting.
Damn.
But it
Holy
pays off for them
fuck.
too because they get to be a part of something that's like an empire and it's something that's
Yeah.
long term.
Did you see this from the beginning? Did you think like I feel like people always ask the question like did you know you were gonna get
it's
to this
hard to
point?
say. I knew I was gonna be successful for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna be successful.
To this extent though?
I don't know. It's hard
Yeah.
to really remember, but I knew we were gonna be big for sure. But even now I feel like we're still just starting out.
Yeah.
In terms of the business, like I see where it's going and like I feel like it really is just the beginning, you know? Like now we're just talking about it being like an empire, but I feel like in 5 years it's gonna be like
Damn.
we're gonna own a lot of shit.
Like you guys like you going for like you trying to go against the big boys like Disney and like these size corporations.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Disney model in a way.
No, that's why I'm asking. I
Like we
think
have our
there's
content,
Mhm.
obviously not as much content as them, but with the right funding, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't see why Full Send couldn't release like a movie or many movies.
Dude, we asked Jimmy about that on
Yeah,
the
we
pod
did.
actually.
Yeah.
We said like
But
is there
a
something
Nelk movie is one thing, but why
Yeah.
can't we just make like the next big sketch comedy thing?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not even in it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just producing it, right?
Fair.
Like someone comes to me with a script or I write it myself or, you know, it's like, yo, this is our idea. We want Full Send to promote it,
That's
you know, and sell it. And then it's like the next 21 Jump Street or
Yeah.
like something like that, you know?
Yeah. Is there anybody that you would say like that you look at as competition? I know it's kind of a cliche question.
Not
but
really, honestly.
No.
No, like I don't think anyone really is. Like people think they're a competition to us, but I don't see them as competition
Yeah.
because just the way that Nelk only has 4 million followers on Instagram, but I think no one converts to like commerce like we do. You know,
Facts.
like other
Facts.
people might have 20 million, but they don't move the needle the same way that we move the needle.
I don't think
It's
many
just something
people
special what we have.
No, dude, you guys have like an audience that trusts you. Like, right? So it's like, yeah, you have 20 million followers, maybe 500,000 of them are buying from you, 200,000. You know, you guys have 4, but all 4 million are supporting every fucking thing you guys do.
Yeah,
Right?
I think with our team right now, we got the recipe.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
like,
you do for real.
We're not rushing into anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking our time. We're making sure we make the right moves, and we just want to build great ventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It seemed-
make great content.
How planned out is it? Like, I gotta ask. Like, we always people. I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but like, how planned out? Because it seems so systematic. Like, it seems like you guys are thinking about your next move 3 years before it happens. Right? Is that the case, or is
we
it a lot
know
of
all the
running
shit
gun?
we can do for sure. So
Okay.
it's a matter of just like we said, finding the right partner.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
like Full Send Gyms is one that we're working on now too.
Uh-huh.
So we John knows the owner of 24 Hour Fitness, or he sold it,
yeah,
but he's the owner of Crunch Fitness. He did all the UFC gyms.
huge. Yeah.
Like 10 NFL team gyms. So this guy, he's like the biggest buyer of gym equipment in the world.
Holy fuck.
So
okay.
all 3 of his kids have a Full Send flag in their room.
Unreal.
Let's fucking
So
go.
he's like, he wants to do Full Send gyms for us.
Damn.
So that's just like, that's going to be huge, you
Yeah.
know? But it sounds crazy to say, but I don't see why we couldn't have one in every fucking city in North America.
Why not? Why not?
You
at
You
that
guys have the
point?
meta card too, right?
Yeah.
So what's the
Metacard,
plan with that?
A lot of shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just so new in
Yeah.
the space too.
You guys
Like,
got in early
it's
too at a
just
good
Web
time.
3, right? So
Yeah.
like I think we're going to be one of the biggest brands in Web 3 in the Web
Yeah.
3 space. And that's just as we build out physical stuff
Yeah.
and then everything we do in the digital world too, that's just going to be our key to everything that we do. All our future NFTs.
Mhm.
We're going to be dropping a lot more NFTs very, very soon.
Cool.
But that'll also just be the key to everything we do.
Of course.
You guys are always giving back, man. Like I don't think I've ever seen any group of creators, any corporation, or I mean whatever you want to call you guys at this point, give back to the community the same way. Like you got fucking Steve running around throwing around $1 million on a fucking YouTube video. I'm like, hey, bro, let me know, eh? I'll pull
me
up
know
to
where
the
you're at.
I'll pull up to the fucking the fucking parking garage and grab a skinny 10 if you can.
Yeah, 100%.
But like, you know, you guys just give back at a level that I
Yeah.
think like even that puts you on another like on top of let's say your competition, because who's really doing that, right?
Yeah, giving
who's
back
taking
is
it?
obviously dope. It just
Yeah.
feels good too,
Yeah.
right? Like when
Yeah.
someone really deserves it,
Mm-hmm.
inspires a lot of people to give
Yeah.
back as well too.
Dude, we literally sat. We got to Miami. We sat, watched like a ton of your podcasts, and then just saw what the fuck Steve was up to. We're like, all right, we're just gonna give $1,000 to like one of our subscribers. And bro, like, we never felt so good.
Felt so good.
Giving $1,000. I can only imagine at the level that you guys are doing it. Like, holy shit, bro.
But Steve goes crazy with
the
that.
guy goes fucking insane, dude. Please,
Let me know next time you're going out there.
Jesus Christ. I want to.
The more you get.
I
Bro.
want
That's
to
what it
circle
is.
back a little bit. I asked you about competitors.
Yeah.
The Paul's been calling you guys out a little bit.
No, I think just Logan and them.
Logan is a little. Is it friendly fire? What the fuck's going on? I see.
No, I think because they started the Impulsive.
Yeah.
And I will give them credit. Like what they did with their podcast was like, they were the first to do that, you know, to start a podcast. Like they crushed it. I've watched like a lot of their podcasts.
Yeah.
They're really good. But now it's just like friendly competition. I think that it's like we started ours and it's like the same model, you know, they paved the way. Like straight up, they paved the way. So, you know, that we got the idea from them pretty much, right?
But now you're crushing them though.
I think we're beating them in numbers.
Yeah,
I think
no, for
Trump,
sure.
the Trump thing was a statement for sure.
Bro.
How was that?
But I think the podcast is cool, but even Logan and Jake too. Like we're good. We're friends with them too because one thing I respect about them is they're both like when we were smaller, like they both were like very like respectful to us and to like even Jake like reached out to us when we were way smaller and said like, yo, like you guys are fucking hilarious. Like
Sick.
He invited us to his house to come and that's when he was really big too, right? So they've always shown us love too. And like even Logan, like when we were smaller, like let us come to his house parties and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't really got anything bad to say about them too. You know, even with the whole Dana shit, a lot of people are pressuring us to, you know, kind of go at Jake
Say
Paul. Like, why don't you have
something,
Dana's back? But like at the same time, I've known Jake for a while too, right? So I'm not just gonna. People would love to see a Nelk Jake Paul beef for sure, but I'm not just gonna do that because you know we got a personal relationship with them too. Don't want to just flip on someone because it's convenient.
Yeah, just for the views.
Yeah,
I was gonna say you guys don't really beef with anybody. I haven't really seen you guys do any of that.
Because I don't like to give people attention.
Yeah.
Facts. It's facts. It's
Right?
true.
Once you go down that rabbit hole of like giving people attention, it just causes more people to call you out, I think.
True. Then everyone's kind of looking for it. Everyone wants you to respond. I
Yeah,
guess, right?
unless it's someone like Jimmy Kimmel, like we went at him.
That guy's a dust,
That
bro.
guy's a fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
but he's an
bro.
easy target.
Yeah, so it's
So
so
it's like
easy.
just easy to rip on. But
Yeah.
these other guys, like there's certain people that say shit about us, but it's like you want to call them out, and like we've been very close.
Okay.
But that would just be an emotional decision.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a business decision because it would only be a win for them. For us to even mention their name or respond to them, it's automatically a W.
Yeah, that's fucking so true.
That's the mindset to have, bro.
Yeah,
Right?
it makes sense. No,
Like
it
that's
makes
kind of what
sense.
Dana did with Jake. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like he should have just not said anything.
Yeah.
Because he's Dana White. If
Yeah.
Dana White says your name, it's
Yeah.
automatically a W. Like Dana
100%.
White's talking about you.
I guess,
You
bro,
won.
he's probably been asked that question so many times. Like, okay, let me just fucking.
And Dana doesn't give a fuck. He just
Dude.
says whatever the fuck he wants, right?
That's
So-
why I love seeing him on your pod, because, and in the videos, because he just does whatever the fuck he wants, and he's at the top of a fucking massive company, and to be able to have that level of like I don't give a fuck, it's super respectful. And I think I said this to Jimmy, same thing. I said, bro, the reason why I think we respect you guys a lot is because even at the level you guys are at, you still just say what you want. Right? Have you guys ever had any issues with that? Like people trying to come at you for saying some shit that
Trying
maybe
to get canceled and
like,
shit.
you know what I mean? You guys ever had any issues? And it could be recent, it could be past.
I
Like,
think honestly, not. I don't know, not really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some little shit, but
Yeah.
it's never like. I don't think we've ever really been seriously canceled. The one time was when during COVID, we were like traveling during COVID,
Okay.
like across the country, because we had to travel to make videos.
Of course.
It got shut down, and we tried to like do shit around the house, but it didn't work. So we had to travel, and then we were at this one place in Illinois, and
Okay.
it was like a smaller town, but we didn't even post anything. We just like someone else posted us on their Snapchat, and we we're
Okay.
in like a college town, and it was a riot, like a massive crowd. But we didn't like post anything.
Yeah.
But that's when we learned, we're like, oh fuck, and they like wrote a bunch of articles about us, Nelk Boys partying during COVID.
There we go.
And then we got a manual email from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So usually they'll just say like, hi, Nelk Films, because it's like, that's the actual channel.
Okay.
So that's how you know it's like automated. But this one said like, hi, Nelk Space Boys, which is
Damn.
like, Nelk Boys is not even on our YouTube at
Okay.
all. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
Nelk.
yeah.
So it was like a manual thing. and they said like, you guys got to watch your off-platform responsibility.
Here we go.
So, and they threatened to like delete our channel. Like it was like different. It was like no strikes, nothing. Like they're like, your channel will be like, might be deleted.
I guess the only beef
So
you
we
guys
had to,
have
like,
had
do some networking behind the scenes there and like
is to make sure everything was good.
Like
I guess the only beef you guys have had is actually with YouTube at this point, right?
Pretty much, right?
Is that, I guess that's a catalyst for like building fullsend.com and starting to put some of the content that can't go on YouTube there.
The thing I don't get about YouTube is, I don't know why they're just not more like, why can't they just like communicate with us like a little bit? Like we're one of the biggest channels on YouTube. Why can't there be one person there?
It's
like
so
even we'd be
So
open to
true.
be like maybe even like sending our videos to them before.
Yeah.
And like maybe they might just be like, yo, take this one little joke out and we won't fucking give you a strike. We'd be like, all right, sure, you know, as long as it's not a big part of the video.
Of course.
Like why can't they just do that at this point? I don't know.
It's true. You guys are fucking massive. Like, how hard is it to get one like account manager out there?
One account manager, but they don't want it. We've reached out and we've been connected.
Okay.
And even like, they won't really talk to us like that.
Damn.
But they love the podcast.
Sure,
They
because
love
it's a
the
little more
podcast
clean,
now.
right?
They like the podcast.
Except Trump's.
And they confirmed
obviously.
it's the #1 on YouTube.
Oh, dude, it's without a doubt.
So-
You guys put it out 5 million.
But then we'll
views
bring
and,
up Nelk and they're like, we don't want
No.
to talk about Nelk. Like they don't like the Nelk
Really?
channel. Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck,
talk to us about a little bit about the that whole Trump situation. How the fuck did it happen, Dana? I'm assuming.
Well, we saw the whole Russia shit.
Okay.
So Bob Menery is like, he's a big timing guy.
Okay.
So like he gets horny for like when he sees like something's going on, like he's like, we got to get him now. We got to get him now. We got to get him now. So he's like, he like has government people too that he's like connected with. So he's like hitting them up and shit. And then I said like, should I hit Dana about it? He's like, yeah. So I just texted Dana and I just said, yo, what do you think about Trump on the podcast right now? You know, because Dana's always looking out for us.
Yeah, you
so
can see it.
Dana's
Yeah,
either
yeah.
he's always going to tell me straight up. So I was like, you know, with the timing, I was like, Dana, what do you think? You think like Trump would want to do it right now? Because we knew we were going to get him eventually, no matter what.
Yeah, at
we
some
were
point.
going to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
Trump on the podcast. We'd already met him twice.
But the timing.
So I said, what do you think, Dana? And he said, yeah, let me reach out.
Okay.
So he called him, and then he was kind of waiting and shit. And then in that meantime, like Bob is calling him like 20 times a day, like FaceTiming him at 4 a.m., like tagging him in stories and shit. And like he's like, text Dana again. I'm like, dude, I don't need to text him again. Like,
Chill.
if Dana's if Dana can get it done, he's gonna get it done. Like, that's how he works.
Okay.
So then he got back to me and he said, he's like, I think he said like, did he say who's your daddy or some shit? He said something like that. Or he's like, who's the fucking man? I was like, what? He's like, I got you, Trump.
That's fucking crazy.
So then I got in a call with like his media guy, Trump's media guy, and we just had to run it by them and like tell them like they don't know what we're trying to do. And we've done pranks at Trump rallies.
Okay.
Right? Like we've fucked with Trump supporters before. So they're like, yo, like we've seen this video. When we originally went on Air Force One, they asked us about that. They're like, didn't you guys like fuck with like Trump supporters? Like, are you guys? They thought we were trying to prank them. So we're like, nah. Like, we want to do like a good interview. Like, we're not gonna bring this type of shit up. Blah blah blah. Like, we want, you know, we don't want to have a got you moment. We like to make all our guests look good.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, that's what we do. So they just approved it and they said Mar-a-Lago, this date, pull up. So we just did it.
Was it like Secret Service type shit?
Secret
was it
Service. You got to submit everyone's names. So they ask you for everyone's names.
Okay.
And they ask you for like every piece of equipment, right? Huh? Yeah, Social security numbers. Jeez. They ask you like what cameras are you using? You have to have you have to have all the equipment that you're like shooting with like there at a certain time. They like inspect it and shit. Like they inspect it all.
That's crazy.
Like if you once you submit your equipment list, like you can't bring like another camera because they like check everything.
Sure.
They're probably like listening to your phones.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are tapped in
the whole day before.
4 a.m. babe, come over. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Unreal. I guess I mean, yeah, that was obviously the biggest one. What did you guys know was gonna like? I mean, I know Trump said it. He's like, hey, bro, this is
I had no idea.
You didn't. Did you?
I honestly didn't.
Well, you guys really didn't think it was gonna get taken down.
I didn't know because I didn't think that they would make it that blatantly obvious.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
That's why. Because I was like, when he said it, I was like, no, they're not gonna delete it because then that would be like too obvious. Like we just do a podcast. It's like Nelk does a podcast with Trump. They delete it, and they deleted it, and I was like, what?
No, like nothing from YouTube being like, hey, like,
it was election fraud.
Oh, okay.
So you can't talk about the election being rigged.
Okay.
I don't even know if it was fucking rigged or not,
Yeah.
but you can't talk about that. So
Interesting.
that was the reason.
That's
Fuck.
fucking
But it worked
bullshit.
out in our favor because it got like 5.7 in 24 hours.
It was insane.
It went viral. It did its damage, and then they took it down, and
Yeah.
it was a pretty crazy story. Trump shouted us out on Fox News that night,
Yeah, I saw the
live
video.
on TV.
Like,
He's been shouting us out in his rallies.
Fucking love it, man.
Like, how is Trump saying Nelk Boys in
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
rallies?
Would like some Canadian boys.
Who would've
Like, that's
thought? Yeah.
crazy. So I mean, would you guys say? I was gonna say, would you bring him on again? For sure, you would.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna support him in his next run up? Because I know he's gonna for sure. I don't know if he said it openly.
I think he's going to run.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's probably gonna run.
yeah. Well, we'll see how it is. I mean, I don't like. I personally like Trump. Like,
Yeah.
I think that he's not perfect. He's definitely not an angel, but I think that he did a lot of good things for the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Canadian, but I mean, I think he did a lot of good shit. And
Yeah.
Biden's a complete idiot.
Oh, bro.
Like, it's not like he's running against someone that's like debatably better than him.
Yeah.
Like, Biden's just, I don't get it. Like,
The guy's senile.
He's mentally done.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
the guy's just a complete loser.
Yeah, he
Right?
is.
Like,
it's
he's-
true.
I don't know. I feel like everyone sees it at this point. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know in the interview he said to you like probably a lot of your audience is like liberal or democratic, and you were like, nah, bro, like
I don't think
trust
so.
me.
Yeah.
No, I would.
I mean, I don't know anyone that likes Biden now.
Yeah,
At this
at
point,
this
nah.
point,
But it was interesting because we didn't really get much backlash off the Trump shit at all.
no.
Like you would think if
definitely.
we did Trump, you'd get a lot of hate. But
Yeah.
it's just the timing was perfect because
Biden's
Biden's
on a
like at an
decline,
all-time low right now with the gas prices,
Yeah.
the Russia situation.
Damn.
Everyone's kind of fucking with Trump.
Yeah,
now
they are
again.
hard. But I mean, fuck,
yeah.
like, you guys hit that.
He might call us to the rallies and shit.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I was asking. Right? Like, you guys expecting to hit a couple fucking rallies
Yeah,
with the
we'll
boy or
definitely hit
what?
Rallies.
Yeah.
Dana already told me. He said like they're gonna call upon us.
Is Dana like he has to be an
Dana
avid,
likes
like,
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you see
He's
it.
conservative. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking love that. And him too, man. The guy like
They told Dana. They said they didn't tell him like, are you available? They said like they sent him a time frame and they said clear your schedule.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ, like
Just
that,
expecting
eh?
him, yeah.
Holy,
Yeah.
bro.
Because Trump even told me, he's like, tell Dana I did him a big favor.
For
Like
sure.
right after we did the interview, like it was like it was a Trump to Dana White favor to have us on the podcast. Like Trump didn't really get it why he was doing it. After he loved
Yeah.
it. He's like, this
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, he realized later
after it
seeing
went
what
up,
happened.
it went viral. Like
Yeah.
he loved it. But after he didn't really get it in the moment. He just did it as a favor to Dana.
Wow.
How's it been podcasting? You enjoying it?
I like it.
You like
It's
it?
fun.
It's something you've wanted to do for some time?
Yeah, I just like it. You just get to meet so many cool people.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's chill, it's relaxed, good convo.
I like it. I love doing it. I think it's something I
dope.
could do for like a long time.
Like, yeah, because I feel like exactly the pranks and stuff, it goes so far, but podcasting, you're just chilling, right?
Yeah.
Chill, cam in front. You're
The
going
pranks
in.
are cool too now, but for the pranks for me now is like I feel like we've done everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's tough now. It's a lot tougher, you know. Like before we were doing like savage shit too.
Yeah,
Like
crazy shit.
like I don't even know how we got away with some shit. I know
It's
one we
true.
did was like fake gas station.
Yeah.
Like getting the gas pump and then like like filling up people's gas, but like spraying it just like on the ground and shit.
Yeah.
Like that could be like imagine like that lit on
Yeah,
fire.
no, you guys
like,
are fucking looped, dude.
yeah, all the old videos are crazy. Just
But-
doing illegal, like straight illegal shit.
And the
You
fact-
kind of had to.
It was pretty much doing
illegal
illegal shit on
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And
that
getting
one.
away with it.
And
yeah.
getting away with it.
Yeah.
in terms of podcasting, I mean, I feel like you might say Trump, but outside of Trump, favorite guest?
Mike Tyson one was really funny.
Yeah, you guys are all stoned.
stoned,
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
good. That one was fucking
He's
jokes.
funny. He's very smart, that guy.
Yeah.
What else was good? Yeah, I'd say Tyson was my favorite.
But I
Probably.
think I was saying off camera, you guys are good with UFC fighters.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the convos when when you guys sat down with Colby, like that convo was smooth, bro.
liked
And
it?
he stepped in, and like it felt like he was one of the boys. You know what I mean?
He just came in.
like
you
it
guys
just felt
were
like
talking.
because
just
you guys had
yeah.
that whole segment earlier, just
Well, we
talking
partied with
shit.
him the night before too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So that probably set
So it was,
a
like, some
nice
good
little
chem.
precedent.
The UFC shit's so cool. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been a fan of UFC for fucking so long. So the
Ta-
fact that
talk
we get
about
to do
the-
anything with that is like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Talk about like I guess the relationship with Dana. Like the guy got you in a fucking podcast interview with Trump. So like you're saying that was a favor from
It's
Trump
like
to
a mentor
Dana.
or some shit now.
So, yeah,
well,
what-
I
what's
met
that
him through
situation?
Bob. I think Bob. Yeah, Bob connected us. He
Okay.
just FaceTimed Dana. Me and Bob were at dinner,
Okay.
and he FaceTimed Dana. Or I asked him, I was like, "Yo, like, would you ever do anything with the UFC?"
Mm-hmm.
And like he just called. That's how Bob is. He just fucking calls people. So he calls Dana, and then he puts Dana on FaceTime, and Dana was with his son and like 14 of his friends at like their lake house.
Okay.
And they put us on the they put me on the camera, and his son and his friends just like went berserk.
There you go.
And then like Dana hung up after, and he texted Bob. He's like, "Who the hell is that? Like my sons have met every celebrity, and they've never reacted in that way."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that started it, and then we did some favors by promoting the UFC a little bit on our story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, we met him in Abu Dhabi.
Well, that was the
For the
first time.
first time, yeah.
Okay, Fight Island.
Yeah, we asked to go to Abu Dhabi, and they said yeah.
Right on.
So we figured out all that, and then we went to Abu Dhabi, met Dana there, had a blast with him in Abu Dhabi,
That's crazy.
and then the next week we went on Air Force One.
Oh, was that quick?
Yeah,
Jesus.
pretty quick, I
Christ.
think. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's not a stupid guy. Obviously, he sees, right?
Yeah.
He saw his kid's reaction.
Uh-huh.
He's like, all right.
We're good for the UFC. I mean, we
Yeah.
we promote the UFC a lot, but dude, that promoting the UFC to me is like I've literally, I went to like a fucking UFC convention when I was in like grade 7 or 8
Oh,
or
shit.
some
Okay,
shit.
you go
Yeah,
that
like,
hard. Okay.
I used
yeah,
to love UFC. Like I've been watching it.
Okay.
So
crazy.
I've like Dana White's been one of the people I've looked up to for like my whole life.
That's
I
crazy.
know
This
you
is a
just got him on
business guy.
FaceTime and shit. That's
Yeah,
so
now he's
sick.
like, dude, he's like truly like a good friend. Like me and
Wow.
him, like we have a good relationship, and like
Well, you can
he's just
see
the
it.
GOAT, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the
he
guy's the
is, he
fucking
is, he
GOAT.
is.
Like he's just so dope. What he's achieved with the UFC too.
Yeah.
Like they went through a lot of shit
Yeah.
to build that league and that sport. Like they couldn't get into states.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do everything. Like they went to war to build that shit, and now it's one of the greatest companies.
When you got a guy like that backing it, like, yeah, sure. What do you expect?
I think that's like a problem with like the NHL needs someone like Dana White to run like the NHL to like bring like the NHL back.
Tell him.
Right.
NHL, you guys got to. Yeah, you know what?
Sign Dana.
Yeah. No,
Someone
no.
like that, like someone
Yeah.
that just doesn't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
hockey's
Yeah.
like so like politically correct.
Mm.
Like even I saw like at the All-Star game they had like Alessia Cara perform. No disrespect to her, but like
yeah.
Come
or,
on,
like,
bro.
they
Yeah.
just don't like, or they get like like
Soft, kinda
TikTokers to
soft,
promote
bro.
the NHL. Like it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, hockey fans don't want that. I feel.
Listen, I'm happy you're talking about this, and I'm happy you're openly saying this.
A lot
shit
of sports
because-
are doing this shit now, though.
Man,
yeah.
Don't
But
get me
hockey's
started,
like
bro.
hurting right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Hockey's hurting bad, dude. They're
Yeah.
falling in the ranks, but
Which is sad.
well, sure, especially as Canadians, like that's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it was our sport, right? But no,
I
that's crazy.
want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you say that you're a natural born leader?
I guess so. I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it takes to be a good leader? Because I mean, you're always around a team. You've been around a team for a while. Working with people. So, in your opinion, what do you think makes a good leader?
I guess you just always gotta like, you can never quit. You can never shut down on people. I would say. Never, you can't show weakness, because I
Yeah.
guess if you show weakness, then other people are gonna show weakness too,
Yeah.
or they're gonna shut down. So I feel like I always gotta be like, you can't quit. You just can't.
Yeah.
You gotta
Quitting
set
is-
the tone.
Once you quit, you quit. Like
Facts.
you can't quit. You can't stop. Like just you always gotta dig deep, and you're always gonna want to quit.
Yeah.
But you just gotta be like, yo, no quitting. Like find a way.
I saw you tweeted you feel like quitting sometimes, and you're
Yeah.
just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But you
Also,
can't.
like, there's a lot of people rooting against us now too, or like
Yeah.
even like competition.
Mhm.
So I think of them like too sometimes. So like,
Yeah.
Chip on your
second
shoulder.
I want to shut down, I'm just like, oh, I could picture that guy's face. If it was, like he would just be so happy.
If you love it, yeah.
So like that kind of motivates me too. Is like, you can't let other people win.
Yeah.
We always got to be just like.
I mean, you've probably
crushing
been
shit.
proving people wrong though since you've been doing skits for
Yeah.
10 years or anything like that. I mean, there's
Proving
probably
people wrong is the best.
it's
Yeah.
fucking
The
amazing.
best thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I love going into a new space and showing how powerful and how quickly we could take over
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a brand new space.
I think you're always surrounding yourself with the right environment too,
For
which is
sure.
huge.
And now it's cool. I get to meet so many like successful business people
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like even Dave here that lives here.
Yeah.
Dave's a
Grutman,
legend, bro.
Dude.
he's like,
The
Crazy.
boss, bro.
yeah. Maybe we would get him on your shit.
bro. That's this guy's like
I
fucking.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
his
G,
guy,
dude. I
dude.
respect
That's his
that
guy.
a lot. What do you
He's
say?
dope. He's another guy that's like kind of like Dana, where he's just like, it's very a blessing to be able to be friends with him and
Yeah.
to be connected with Dave is like in Miami's crazy. Like
Yeah.
he put us on in Miami here, you know?
Dude,
Like
I told
the
you.
shit he's done for fucking helping us with Happy Dad is like, and the thing about Miami is everyone watches what Dave does.
Yes,
Right?
facts,
So
yep.
every other person that fucks with us in Miami is because Dave endorsed us in this city.
Isn't that
Right?
insane?
So
Isn't
it's
that
all
insane?
like Dave is just like, you know, and he's just dope. He's a dope guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
One thing we're gonna do with him is the funny story is after the Rick Ross pod, like we did it at his spot, so I
Yeah.
called him to thank him after, and he has another spot right beside it that's Winker's Diner that shut down because it wasn't doing that good,
Mhm.
and then he's like, "Yo, that's my spot, like right behind you." I was like, "Yeah, I know. We did your podcast there," and he's like, "We should open up a restaurant together."
Damn.
There
And
you
I was
go.
like, "Dude," he's like, "Would you ever do that?" I was like, "Yes." Like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been wanting to do that, and I said, "Full Send Sports Bar."
Unreal.
So
Smash.
I don't know if we could say it, but he wants to open it up in 2 months.
Holy fuck.
So full
Okay.
Send
Time's
Sports
ticking,
Bar.
bro.
Yeah, let's
Gratman.
get to work.
But now like we're doing that, and the thing is because he had the spot, so it's like I guess they're kind of burning money a little bit if they don't do something with
Yeah, you may as
it.
well get it
So
going
he's like,
again.
I want to open it fast, and I was like, dude, it's Full Send Sports Bar. Trust me, like let's make this the spot. Like you go watch Sunday football every fight night,
Yeah.
games, like just like it's our design, it's our creative, and
Yeah.
just like fire, food, drinks.
That's crazy.
So we're gonna do that.
When you're
and
meeting
then-
those kind of people, like doors are just opening. Doors are just
Yeah.
fucking opening.
And now
It's
that
unreal.
like if he's involved, now they want to like again, I don't see why we can't have a Full Send Sports Bar in every city in North America. In
Oh,
the right
100%.
spots, strategic spots.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one will be in South Beach.
Yeah, just to get it started.
Yes.
Perfect spot.
So
Damn.
that's gonna be big.
Holy fuck, man.
And that's like again, we're not just gonna open up a restaurant ourselves. Like we don't go like find the spot and fucking hire
Yeah, yeah.
waitresses. Like you do it with fucking Dave. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you do, you know?
And you guys bring the brand in.
And we bring the brand, make it cool, make it our thing, our style,
That's
you know?
fucking
It's gonna be
Jesus
huge. I'm
Christ.
so excited for it.
This is why people love you guys, man. You don't stop. You just don't stop. It's like you guys do one thing,
Smash it.
smash it. You know what I mean? A month later, 2 months later, it's the next thing.
Yeah.
Smash it, right? It's incredible, man. What you guys are about to have to say is absolutely incredible. And I know that you're saying earlier, like it just feels like the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But like, man,
It's not
from the
everyone
outside-
can, even with like Happy Dad, not everyone can do like an alcohol, like a
No,
celeb,
no,
like,
it's insane.
even like a lot of people have, you know, Travis Scott shit's flopped.
Yeah,
A lot of people have
Yeah.
done it and it just doesn't
yeah.
work. You
Doesn't
know?
hit.
Doesn't hit. Or like
Mm.
who else can open like a chain of restaurants across North America, like sports bars,
Yeah,
gyms. It's a very special brand. I feel like Full Send could be in every space as long as it's with the right partner.
yeah.
It's got to be with the best person in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool because you've built a brand, yeah, that really can attach to almost anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, like okay, you're not gonna drop.
I think
makeup and
anything that
shit.
men are into,
Yeah, I was gonna say like not makeup.
anything that
nothing
men
like
want,
that.
we could do.
Yeah, damn, bro.
Fuck, bro.
Listen,
That's crazy, man.
I mean, I think we could go on forever.
Are you ever gonna get to a point where you're like, yo, I'm good? Like this is
Yeah,
it?
that was what I was gonna say. Is there a number maybe or
Is there a
like
number?
Yeah,
a goal?
I don't know. I think I could be a billionaire.
100%.
I think you
bro.
can too.
I'll tell you that
I
right now.
100% think you can
100%.
But that's even too much money. Like I don't. It's more about like right now we have 35 people relying on me.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like I'm not set up for life in any way right now. But
Uh,
there's like even if I wanted to quit, I couldn't because there's so many people relying on me. So it'll be at that point. It's like, you know, there are people still relying on me. Like
yeah,
a few 100 million, I feel like would be dope.
yeah.
I just want to have money to just honestly like do whatever I want, just
Yeah.
to travel. I don't really buy that much shit. Like, I don't like this is my only watch. Like Steve bought me my car, so
Of course he did.
so I don't really like spend a lot of shit. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But I just want to be able to travel and stay wherever I want and take care of my parents and friends and shit.
Is there one thing that you're like, okay, when I get to
I
this
would
point,
I like nice houses.
Yeah,
I
okay.
like when I travel, I like staying in like the nicest spots. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that shit. Like
fuck with it.
nice restaurants, houses.
We
I'd
watched
like to have a nice few big houses.
Yeah, I
A
feel
few
you.
of them, eh?
Yeah.
not
Few
one.
big
we-
ones.
we
One
had
in
a few.
Muskoka,
Yes.
one in Miami,
Real Canadian
maybe
boy.
one like somewhere else. Yeah.
No, I
that'd be
rate
the
it.
dream, right?
I rate it. Yeah, fuck. Dude, me and this guy will sit stoned for hours watching fucking mansion videos. Just
You gotta
walkthroughs
manifest
of
it,
like,
bro. You gotta manifest that
Yeah,
shit.
you do. Listen.
I want to ask you one more.
Okay.
Yeah, go for
One
it.
more. What does your family think about everything?
My
Because like
family's
they saw
always
you from
been
the
supportive. Yeah.
from the ground up,
That's the one thing. Like people will be like, my parents never believed in me, but
Yeah.
mine was the complete opposite.
from the start.
I think it's because I was killing the film shit,
Yeah.
so they always knew I was going to do something in film.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, when we first did our merch drop, because we like always bought the shit ourselves, right? We didn't partner with a merch company ever.
Okay.
Like we always did it ourselves. So we needed. My parents lent us like off their like mortgage, like you know how they had a line of credit, so
Yeah.
if they want,
Equity,
yeah, like so they were approved for a line of credit for their house, so they lent us like $250,000
Holy
out of their
fuck.
out of their line of credit. So it's not even like they had that money, like they took a loan from the bank
Holy
for
shit.
us to make our first deposit on our like merch, and that was like that's like not blind faith, but blind faith in a way.
yeah. Fuck,
Bro.
man. 200
Like that's how much they believed in me.
Holy
Yeah, and that's like
bro.
they didn't have that money just
Yeah.
sitting there. Like
Yeah.
if it fucked up, it would have fucked up. But like they saw where things were going,
Yeah.
and like I think we had done one drop, so like I showed them, I'm like, look how much we just did. Like I promise, and we gave them like profits on it too.
Yeah.
So we like paid them back and more. But the fact that they did that, like they put their
Bro.
lives on the line and lent us money, and
That's
it worked out.
fucking insane. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah,
I mean, I
gotta
guess that
take care of my
speaks to like,
parents.
that speaks to the trust and the belief.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
My mom's in California now,
Okay, right on.
so she's chilling there.
Nice.
But yeah,
Is it time for the question or what?
We'll ask him the question.
Kyle, this is the MBH podcast, bro. Money buys happiness. What do you think of the saying, money buys happiness? Does it not? What are your thoughts on it?
It depends. I mean, it depends what you want to do in your life, I think.
Okay.
You know, I mean, for me, I just want to have enough money to where I'm just like, I can just travel and do whatever I want, see the world. That's my goal. Like when I'm done, I just want to only do shit I want to do.
Okay.
And then just travel, just be healthy, work out, fucking golf.
Yeah.
Like,
So $1 billion.
yeah,
You need a
but
billy.
I don't
You need a
even
billy,
need a
bro.
billion. But
Yeah.
like, I think it does in a certain way. But no, it doesn't buy happiness. But
Yeah.
you got to be happy on your own.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then having money is dope. It allows money's the key to be able to do whatever you want in
It's
this
freedom,
world, right?
It's freedom.
I don't think like for me, it's not about the cars and like all that and shit. For me, I spend my money on memories. Like I love like I'll spend like way too much on like a trip
Yeah.
and like bring all my boys and shit
That's
because
sick,
they
though.
can't afford it. But I'm like.
Yeah.
That's what makes me happy is like memories.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, that's why money buys happiness because it's like the key to like, if I just had unlimited money, I could just go to fucking Greece with my boys for a week
Yeah.
and like stay in a villa and have the best time ever.
Yeah. Just
You
do
know?
whatever the fuck you
So I think
want.
it does to a certain extent, but yeah, for
Okay.
the people that are just buying, like it doesn't get you only happiness. You got to be happy on your own. That's
feel
one
you.
thing I'm aware of too.
Yeah.
You got to
I mean,
stay
Stay
in
grounded.
reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you stay grounded? Like, how do you stay in, like, because you probably wake up and you're just like, fuck, like, this is all happening right now.
I don't know. I think it's from being like from Canada or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just like,
facts.
I mean, I was there till like, I didn't move out here till like 3 years ago. So every time I go home too, it's very like, it is refreshing
Yeah.
to go home. And I have 6 of my boys working for us. Like manager Drew, I've known since grade 3.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know if I mean, Gambles, I've known for like 5 years. So it's like, 5 or 6 of them, they live in OC.
Okay.
So they work at our office and stuff like that too.
Get to put them on.
So they're around me too,
Reminds you of,
They'll call me out on shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's proper. That's
Yeah.
sick. You have them
Yeah, you
there.
got to have good people around you,
course.
right?
No, I fucking rate that. That's sick.
Yeah, our circle's very good. We don't have really yes men.
Yeah.
No, it's a very good team.
I fucking rate it.
Fucking
That's a
hell.
hard thing to do, bro.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
learned that trying to build
You
our
got to build
business.
a good
like,
team.
It's all
And people
about
come
the
and go, though.
team.
People come
Yeah,
and go,
of
right?
course. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
certain times, like people will phase out or it just doesn't work. And
Mhm.
it's tough.
Yeah.
But you got to have a good team.
You ever scared? One last question. You ever scared to call out a fucking team member? One of your boys, like blast them? Like,
No.
No?
We No, I give people the business. behind the scenes, yeah,
Let's
I'll,
go.
I'll shred people.
Yeah, good. I fuck
Yeah,
with
but
that.
like in a
Fuck with
good
that.
way, like not
Yeah, yeah.
like one-on-one. Like I'll either call them, sit them down, or like if I don't have time, just send them a fucking paragraph.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
usually it's just like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to teach them too.
Yeah.
A lot of people are around us and they don't know what's at stake.
Facts.
So it's just like, yo, don't put yourself in a position that we're gonna be forced to fire you because, you know.
I like that. Don't put yourself in a position where we gotta fire you. That's not bad.
You're fired. After this podcast, you're done, buddy.
What's
You're done.
next for you guys?
Oh,
Bro, we're just ripping this pot apart.
you know what, bro? Yeah, we have our marketing business,
Yeah.
but man, this has really taken a life of its own. I don't know if we ever thought it
I think
would.
I was saying when I originally said to you guys, I think like one thing I always want to do on the podcast, but it doesn't really get a lot of views, but like I'd love to do it. It's just like interviewing like successful
Yeah, just talk business. Yeah.
Like
That's
if
been
you
our
guys
goal.
could do people like even the Mark Mastroff guy that sold 24-hour fitness, like
Yep.
Crazy.
you guys would love to do stuff like that,
100%.
right?
Easy. Light
I
work.
feel like I would love to listen to stuff like that too.
that was like originally what this podcast was about. It really started that way. But then, bro, like, you know what's happening in Canada.
Yeah, Canada's. It's good you guys made the move out here.
Yeah. So we were like, we kind of flipped over because everyone was kind of like just fucking being pussies to talk about what was actually happening in Canada. So we're like, all right, well, we got this audience. We may as well just like fucking talk politics and all the extra COVID bullshit and stuff. And then it kind of went that route a little bit. But we're trying to still bring it back kind of to
There's
its
so
business
many people.
roots.
Yeah, hopefully
It's-
maybe we could do something
Yeah.
together.
Hey, man.
Because one thing I've been blessed to is just meet so many of these business guys.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, I'll have dinner with them and I'm so like, it's so interesting to just hear their shit.
Yeah.
They're not famous.
Yeah.
They're just fucking billionaires.
Yeah. Which is insane.
Like I know another guy, he's one of our good friends. His name's Andrew Matthias.
Okay.
And he's like the biggest real estate guy in New York.
Jeez.
Like he
Yeah,
just
like-
built the second tallest tower in New York. And it's like this
Jesus
this crazy ass
Christ.
building with like glass floors. And he's just like such a beauty. Like
Unreal.
just like podcasts like that. would be
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Cool.
Get some well, man, because who gets a chance to sit in rooms with guys like that, right?
Yeah.
And hear them
You
like
learn
on a
so much,
personal
too,
level,
right?
for
100%.
sure, as if we're having dinner with them, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of the goal, but yeah, man, we'll see where it goes. You know what I mean? I think I appreciate you coming on. This is gonna be. I feel like I'm talking like Bob right now. He's gonna be huge for the podcast, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be big. Hopefully
So,
it leads to
yeah.
more guests and shit.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
Thanks
I
for the
appreciate
happy
it.
dad
I'm
too,
just
bro.
support, man. I think you
Yeah.
guys are you guys are dope.
We're gonna
Very
push
good
it.
at what you guys do.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from someone like you.
What's
listen.
good? Should you guys gonna fire to Bottle Blonde with us or what?
If that's the move,
That's
bro.
what we gotta do, bro.
Don't
I'm
twist
all
my
in,
arm,
bro.
man. Don't twist my arm, bro. Guys, if you
we
made
gotta
it this
go
far-
like straight from here.
Let's go. If I can go
the
like
shorts
this,
on, bro.
I think so. It's Miami, right?
Yeah,
True.
I'm in.
Are they already there, Gabe? Where are they at? Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Well, fuck
guys.
it. Maybe
heard him.
fire.
Yeah,
You heard him.
I'll fire it up. Hey, guys, listen. If you made this far, and I know you did on this one for sure, do the fucking duties. Subscribe, like, comment, fucking blow it up. Follow the TikTok. Buy some merch. I'm not gonna say it anymore.
Just
I'm
do it.
done saying
Just
it.
Fucking do it.
This is it. All right,
Fucking do it.
brother. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Legend, bro.
You're fired,
I'm fired.
and we are out.